Hi Aries, welcome back to the pink full moon in Scorpio. Pink because of the pink flowers that tend to come up around this time for April 23rd, 2024. Almost said 23. Um, I am sort of back. Sorry I've been away. Had some business to take care of. And still not settled yet, but I'll get there. In any case, we're going to start with the full moon. And even though full moons close out cycles, maybe this is a big cycle that's being closed out for all of us, including me. And so I think it's a good kind of place to start. Because there's a lot of planetary action. I know I've missed the eclipses. They've been very important. And they do go on for quite a while, 6 months to a year. So hopefully you had some guidance. I'm sure you did. In any case, let's pick up where we left off. And that is, let us first look at the direction. Bear with me. I'm just kind of getting my groove back here. What is the direction that this reading is going in? And again, full moons in Scorpio is going to be rather intense, Aries. And it would be for you as well because you have the Ascended Masters here. So it's number 7 and it's spirit. 7 is a unique number. It's not cookie cutter. It's a pretty important number, and they say it's one closest to God. So I find that quite interesting. You may be working with somebody who is quite spiritual. You may be in contact with higher frequencies, higher vibrations, higher consciousnesses. You yourself may be studying something like that or reading things, that kind of energy with the Ascended Masters. In any case, probably something rather important is going to come up for you around this time because this is not a small card. It's a rather large card, and it feels like big things happen with it. But it is spirit, so it is something deeper than the mundane, than the everyday. So I would say watch out for interesting happenings around this time. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to signs and symbols. Maybe you're getting downloads, maybe you are having really important dreams. I know I have been lately, and I have moon and rising in Aries. So there's something really important here, I'm going to say, within this reading. Okay, so as I lay the cards, the first column is always about where you are at the time of the full moon, or what it is that you are knowingly, that you're aware that you are closing out at this time. Don't mind the glare, it's just the sun. The center column is you, how you're dealing with it, how you're behaving in this situation, this particular situation, or during the full moon at this time. I'm just going to move this to the side a little bit. And then the last column is the outcome, the probable outcome. Everything is flexible. We are flexible. We can change things. And there are some things we have to go through. We've planned that in our existence, right, before we came, but always for our growth. Okay, let's have a look here. Well, you have 3 major arcana cards that are holding up the mundane, so I think that's quite interesting. The major arcana cards are important internal changes that are happening. And you're probably quite aware of it with the Ascended Masters card here. All right, let's have a look. All right, so Page of Swords and the Emperor. The Page of Swords is my Taurus card. He's a detective. So this can be somebody young and very, very inquisitive. They have a lot of questions. Um, they want to clear the clouds of their mind, all the questions of their mind. Very cerebral, right? Very much about what's going on in their head, in their thinking, in their thoughts, and they want to clear those up. Now, this can have something to do with important males in your life. These are father figures, bosses, people in authority. Um, if this is you, it can be that you are a parent to this person. Whether you're male or female, this is somebody who creates rules and laws, uh, but it can go either way. It can be for the good of everyone involved, or it can be with an iron fist. Um, but in any case, good, strong foundations should be built here, and perhaps um, we are looking for answers to create those good, strong foundations. Interestingly enough, if this were in the outcome position, this card would tell me that if your foundations were built correctly, uh, the structure stands. If not, you may have to go over and redo some things. And so, looking into these questions that you may have, the um, the things that you're not 100% sure of, doing your due diligence, right? Doing your research is really important if you're starting something new, if you're creating some good, strong foundation here. Again, it could be a parent who is answering a lot of questions to a very inquisitive child, uh, or a younger person, youthful person. We do look like we are having some important. We are finishing up something important here. You have a 10. 10 is the end of a cycle, the beginning of something new. These are taking on our responsibilities and finishing them up. So this is definitely, for me, finishing up a cycle, which is really nice. It goes along with the pink full moon. There does seem to be an intensity with it, though. Both of these, I would say all three of these cards are very intense because this person is very intent on getting answers. They really do a lot of research to figure out what it is that they need to understand. The Emperor does not joke around either. Like I said, he's in a position of authority, or he is authoritative. The Ten of Wands is finishing up a cycle of responsibility. We've started something, we need to see it to the end. It may feel long and arduous, and slow and steady wins the race, but we are getting there. Again, 10 is the end of a cycle, the beginning of something new simultaneously, so you can be adding extra responsibility onto what it is that you're already busy with, onto what it is that you're already doing. Um, it does feel pretty um, loaded, right? I do feel like we have a lot going on here. And so for some people, this might even be, how do I finish up one thing, start another? How do I bring a situation to a close? And you may even ask some people who are in the know already, or they may be asking you if this is you, because this is the Aries card. So you may be the person in the know, and somebody may be asking your advice, your help in the situation. Now, how are you behaving? You are sharing your information, which is really nice. And I say that because this is the sharing is caring card. The Six of Cups. Six brings balance to a situation. Um, it's quite a loving frequency. Again, bringing balance. It's often the number six is about home and hearth. Um, these are probably relationships that are non romantic, they're platonic relationships. And again, somebody who is a little bit older is offering some maybe even emotional help or emotional information to another. Now, we just finished Mercury in retrograde, so this is my Mercury in retrograde card, meaning that the past can come forward again. Um, so this is also not wanting to make the same mistake. So if we are starting something new, a new situation, we can be looking back in the past, doing some inquiries, really kind of doing some research so that we don't make the same mistakes twice. Now we also have the Hermit card here. So for some people, you can be seeking advice again, or you could be the wise person who is giving the advice, giving the wisdom. And again, we have Ascended Masters here, right? So we have some very deep thinking here as well with the Hermit card. You can also feel a little bit internal with the Hermit card. You can be feeling, for me, it really does feel like a search card, though, and it can be a very deep internal search at this time. Um, Again, looking for those answers, and maybe even, looking for the deeper answers to the more difficult questions. Um, it does feel like we're going deep, though. You get them. This is enlightenment. Wow, really nice. Okay, the sun is enlightenment. It's the light. It's like when you think you've cleaned the house and then the sun streams in and you can see all the places that you've missed. It's enlightenment. It's also rebirth, and it's feeling very social. If it's negatively aspected, it can be mania, but this does not feel negatively aspected to me. Um, this is a lovely card. Well, for what you're searching, you will find enlightenment. You'll find the answers, and you can be the person who's giving the answers, who's enlightening others. You could even be, like I said, if you're in a person in authority, you could be helping somebody with the heavier questions, the questions of life, not just the very mundane, everyday questions, but the big picture questions. If you've been unwell, or this can often mean that our physical body is quite tired, right? We've been doing all the work, we've been doing a lot of heavy lifting, and the sun can be that we are feeling better, and it's like a rebirth renewal. It's a healing card. It is the sun, and the sun gives, and that goes also very nicely with that Six of Cups, which is, offering our wisdom, sharing our knowledge, sharing what we know, helping out others, um, maybe even to public. It can be a very public card because this is being in the spotlight a little bit, and so you may be asked to speak in public, or become a public speaker or public figure. Um, Even though you are quite an internal person and enjoy being alone, this may be a period where you kind of come out to offer the wisdom that you've been accumulating during your time of hermitude, right? During the time that you've gone within and gathered all this information, because that's what the hermit does. So you could have been very internal for a while. It may be now time to open up and let your light shine your knowledge and wisdom upon others. Also, it's the sun, so warmer weather's coming out, and so people feel like being more um, social, and so there can be some social invitations that come your way as well. But it feels to me, especially with the Ascended Masters, that even if it's people who are deep thinkers, people who uh, want to go a little bit deeper. With that, you have as the probable outcome, the Knight of Swords and the Chariot. So there's movement. There's a lot of movement. It could be travel. The Knight of Swords is something that comes in suddenly, can leave just as sudden, but it is the knight in shining armor coming in to save the day. This can be an idea. This can be thoughts. This can be you who comes in to save the day to help somebody who is inquiring about something, who's having maybe some pretty heavy thoughts, some very difficult thoughts, and maybe even about a father figure or an authority figure, a boss, that kind of thing. But the Knight of Swords is quick action. It's quick thinking. It's Mercury, right? It's very fast. But like I said, it can leave just as quickly. And sometimes it can be a bit aggressive, but not like fire, right? It's just meaning that it comes in so quickly, it makes your hat spin or whatever, your head spin, whatever. But it is very quick. The Chariot card, though, also means that there is self-confidence where this is concerned. You know where you're going. There's perfect alignment here. This is associated with Cancer, and Cancer really does expect perfection, and so there is alignment with the Chariot card, which gives you again self-confidence. There can be a lot of movement. There can be travel. A lot of travel, quick travel. Maybe you weren't expecting, and all of a sudden there's we have to go somewhere, we have to be somewhere, or you're just running from place to place. Yeah, because you are multitasking with the Two of Pentacles, so it can be quick movement. You're doing one thing, and all of a sudden you have to move somewhere else or go somewhere else. It can be from past situations, and again things that we're clearing up because we're closing out a cycle with the full moon. So this can bring some, like I said, some emotional ups and downs, but the Two of Pentacles asks you to do these tasks and this thing when you're pretty self-confident here, though. It's just that the multitasking or moving from here to there can make us grumpy or upset or tired, right? Because we have that Ten of Wands there. We just have a lot of things on our plate right now. But juggling is a fun activity, and so this Two of Pentacles asks you to do your tasks with a light heart, with some joy, or kind of make it a game or have some fun with it, really. You may be having to move some finances, maybe from one account to another, or maybe this person needs some financial help and you want to share. And so there can be this sort of money juggling as well, financial juggling. I do feel that for a few people it would be great to elevate your legs if you're doing some heavy lifting or some really hard physical work. My legs feel quite heavy in both of these cards. So, and for a lot of people, maybe it's going to be really important for you to, first of all, stretch your legs, but also elevate them in the evening or at some point to get some rest or to alleviate some stress from your legs. That's also very possible here. Also, this is very interesting because the Chariot card, if you were to be asked what could happen physically here, the Chariot can often mean that somebody's in a wheelchair, and legs are being kind of coming forward to me. So you do want to make sure that you take care of the circulation in your legs for the full moon, and keep your legs elevated or keep them strong. But I do feel like maybe some stretching or elevation might be helpful for tired legs. I'll put it that way. Okay, so what does Spirit want you to know? Wow. Open your heart to love and joy, Pegasus. I don't have all my cards with me, so I'm just using the ones that I do have. But this is a really nice card. I think it's going to be very loving, especially where this card is concerned, the Six of Cups. It's a very loving card. Sharing is caring. But there's also joy here. So I think that's where this card kind of comes in. You have some responsibilities to deal with, but do it with joy in your heart. there'll be a lot of love offered back to you. The ascended masters are certainly doing that, or whatever you believe in, or just people who like are in authority will show their gratitude, as well as you. I mean, if somebody's helping you out, I think it'll be done with an open heart. I'll put it that way. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for listening. I apologize for being gone so long, but I'm back, and I do believe I'm going to get the daily started again. So take good care for now. I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Bye, and thanks for listening.